spam those. Put them in. What's up, y'all? We are live and popping. It's a little bit later than usual, but we are here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Marriage Monday. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. How's everybody doing today? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? What's up? What's up?
Yeah,
Okay, so we're getting started. Hey, we got Instagram, Facebook, we got marriage porn. But I can't hear it. This is my song of the year, y'all. This is my song of the year. We got marriage porn. Uh-oh, we're on Zoom too, YouTube. Let's go. 2023. Yeah, I can't hear anything. Where's this go? Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. What's up? Hey, Cuzzo. Let's go. We're working on starting earlier, y'all. I promise. But we here. What y'all listen? Y'all gotta get on this call. I gotta get in this call. I don't know. I'm trying to find out. Do we gotta turn the camera? What's up, y'all? We do not own the rights to this music. We do not own the rights to this music. Do we gotta figure out how to turn this camera, babe? So why I don't see me though? That's what I'm saying. You don't get on the whole call and it's just this. Hey, let's go. Maybe that's it. Man, they should have made that song like 5 minutes, guys. That a minute and a half goes by so quick. So quick. So listen, so we're testing out something new. We are on. I'm gonna have to lower it. We are on YouTube. Well, no, on Zoom, streaming live on YouTube. So I'm trying to figure this out. I don't want to put mute and then I can't hear myself on the live. But we're just gonna get started and see how it works out. I wish I knew how to turn this camera around, guys. And I don't know how. Oh, maybe on Zoom. I don't know. Oh no, we're still learning. So I'm gonna let Brandon talk while I'm looking around.
Okay, so hey everybody. I'll let her figure this out. She's messing with it. But so today's topic is double dating okay, right? Double dating. Is that okay or not? Is it a thumb up in marriage or is it a thumbs down?
You can keep going.
I'm just checking you
I got
out.
it on mute, so I don't know if they're gonna not be able to hear, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
So is it a thumbs up or is it a thumbs down for marriage?
Do you guys like double dating? My cousin said thumbs up. Tell us why. So for you guys that are on, tell us why it's a thumbs up. Tell us why it's not. So for the Barkers, we are mixed a little bit. It's mainly thumbs down, mainly.
Yes.
But we are thumbs up when it depends, I guess, on the scenario.
Yes.
It depends, and as soon as whoever responds, I'll mention what you're saying. But it depends. I guess who is it with, the scenario. The only reason why we're kind of on a downer cycle is because maybe it was the wrong double date that we did, the wrong, situation. For me, sometimes it just gets uncomfortable, depending on like what you're talking about, or depending if it's like a full therapy session with another couple that they're like going through like a really intense situation. Maybe you should go on Zoom. I don't know. But anyways, or even if it's like some comparing, like during your double date and you're like, and then now you're stuck in a whole argument listening to another couple, or so we had a few we had some scenarios that kind of pushed us away. Or which y'all know we told you this, we told y'all about this. You might need to go on Zoom and change the camera. Or it might be a situation where we told y'all before about this, where the other marriage wasn't as friendly. It's right here. Oh, there it goes. Okay, right here. Watch out. Can I see, babe? Right there, click it. There it goes. We did it. Figured it out. Teamwork. We told y'all before we were in a scenario where the other couple was just a little bit like rude and not that friendly, and it wasn't the best to witness. And we were just kind of like, uh-oh, like, do we say something? Do we not? So that's why we're a little bit on the downward scenario. But it's just like a little bit, babe. So it's fine. I'd rather just see us like this. And then we can actually put people on if they want to get on.
Minimize the other one.
This one?
Yeah, minimize that.
This one?
Yeah, can you minimize it right here?
Yeah.
All right, now keep that one on.
Yeah.
All right.
So we can technically mute YouTube because I don't have to hear myself. Right? Because I'm on the Zoom. So as long as they can hear me on Zoom, we're fine. See? What is that song? We'll just see. But besides that, we're down to hang out with other friends.
What did she say? Double dating around others.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Other positive marriages. That's one. There should be some rules. There should be some rules. Like, and this is what B told me one time. He was like, okay, this certain scenario, negative. We're not going through that. So, and then you're right, positive. Scroll down, babe. Positive, no, the other way. Sorry. Positive. It helps create mentoring. Yep, that's another one. See, look, we're on the same page. So helping each other as couples. For me, is as long as you don't make it into a therapy session. And it's hard because you guys know, or some of you know, my career is I'm a therapist, right? So sometimes I do my passion comes out, but then sometimes it's like I don't want to deal with more clients.
Right.
And I know they're my friends, and I know we want to help each other. But there's also, I have to, like, my homegirls, like, especially my girls, they know. I'd be like, okay, session is over. Let's just talk about life, girl stuff. What go down, babe?
Observe others in a relationship and how they handle similar situations.
Wait, what? Go back. Wait.
That's the one.
Observe. Oh, others.
Yeah, I got it.
I can't. Oh.
And we have our solid 2 to 4 groups of married people that we rotate doing things with.
Yeah.
And it's create a good space for
That's
positive
good.
meaning. Hey, that is real good. And actually, when we looked up the positive aspect of double dating.
I like the before that though, babe. Observe others' relationships. So okay, so you guys know. So I'm gonna be devil's advocate. Y'all know this is probably my therapy that comes out, unfortunately. But when you observe, my only thing is don't do like the aftermath observe when you come home and you're like, well, her husband did this and this husband did that, and why you can't do this. Because I used to do that. Remember, like before I used to, but I realized that I used to do that when me and Brandon weren't in a good space. And I would think others were in a better space. So I think that part is you just got to be careful maybe when you're in person. So, you observe and you can learn, right? The positive side.
Yeah. So
what were you gonna say? Oh, with other couples that aren't doing well. Oh, see, we've gone out with other couples that aren't doing well. And I understand what you mean, but we just don't go back. Yes, that's what I was trying to be nice. No negative Nancy's in our circle. I love that. See, this is what you can tell we're
Yeah.
related. And no, none of that. Exactly. Like there's some cases like we've had to happen, like, and it'll be the opposite. Like maybe one of my girlfriends or something would say, she got into, or no, maybe actually I'm gonna use you because your guy friend might say, like, man, me and my wife got into it because you and Jen just couldn't keep your hands off each other that night. And they're not what is it, PDA friendly, I guess that's the word. Listen, if you're not a PDA type of family relationship, you do not want to come out with the barkers because we are very well married. We are very much holding, and it's not no nasty tonguing down scenarios, unless we feeling right. That's, because Brandon's not too much of a tonguer like that, but we are the holding hands still couple. Yes, we still hold hands, y'all. Like some marriages are like, y'all hold hands. Like, yes, we hold hands. He at times opens the door for me when he remembers. I compliment him a lot, like all the time. My friends are like, you're always on top of Brandon. I love complimenting Brandon, especially when he's like super dressed up and like sexy when we go out. We are that couple that if you're not comfortable with that, either because you guys don't like it or because you don't do it, or you're not there, then it won't be nice to come in. Or you can learn, like my cousin said. Or you can learn. We have one couple that they learn a lot from us and we learn from them too, but they're not PDA. And they're like, oh, can we hold hands too, like y'all? And I'm like, of course, shoot, hold whatever you want to hold.
So yeah, on that aspect right there are a couple of positive aspects to double dating. Like if you have close friends that are just
very touchy, rub my husband's head all the time and cuddle. Yeah, because I believe isn't your husband because I think is he bald? Is he bald?
Yeah,
he is, right? Her husband, right? I think he is, or maybe I'm tripping, but I thought he was, right? But that's true. I do that too? Yeah, I do. I do more like your neck. So he is okay. Yeah. So my cousin rubbing all that head. That's what I'm talking about. What you were saying?
So, like I said, the good aspects is having close friends that are just like you. And so, if you do this double dating, right, you want to have maybe at the most probably 3 to 4 couples that are in a good positive energy, have a good positive vibe, just like you. When you go out, it's all about really having fun, right? And it's also a way to give help and to get good help as well. So you can get help and you can give help as well. And what I mean by getting help and giving help is different types of situations you can give, like good things that you do that helps your relationship. You know what I mean? Like say, you might come across a couple that communicate, but they don't communicate as well as you and your wife.
But do you randomly say it, or do you wait? Do you wait for them to ask you?
I think it's one of those things that like comes up in every conversation. It's like, wait, well, when I need Jen to help me out, I just call her during lunchtime and I tell her, hey, when I get home, could you help me out with this?
So are they asking you?
No, it's not really asking. It's kind of like putting it out there.
Oh, but you're not pointing something that they're not
No.
Okay, I thought you were saying like if they're not doing it and you're pointing it out and you're
No,
like, this is what we do.
No, you don't point it out. You don't point it out, but it's something that you bring about that, something that's good and positive that you in your relationship with your spouse have been learning. Something that is good and positive that y'all been learning together that works for you. And you just point out like, we've been trying this new thing and it's kind of been working for us. You know what I mean? I kind of like it. I didn't really think it would help our communication, but it has,
Yeah.
You put it out there like that in that type of spin, and then also going out with good people who have good energies and good vibe, it can inspire your relationship.
Yeah.
It can inspire you to grow,
like the mentoring part,
to get rid of like the bad stuff that's in your relationship and say, you know what, we got to have like some people that your mentor you don't ask people to be your mentor, but sometimes people become your mentor just by looking at them, right? Observing them, right? Just like I give you an example, like Michael Jordan was probably Kobe Bryant mentor, but he wasn't right beside him saying, hey, do this, do that. No, Kobe Bryant was observing Michael Jordan and seeing how he play his game and how he go about it in a good way to excellent. So sometimes you can emulate some of those things and bring them into your relationship and make your relationship be inspiring also. And then there's another thing, a good aspect is just it's adrenaline shot for your marriage. You know, like that right there keeps your marriage growing. It's something that pushes you to keep your marriage
It might be
going.
the only time you're dating your spouse.
Yeah, and
it might be a comfort thing for you and your spouse. Maybe you kind of are in a rough patch or kind of struggling with some things. You might, like you said, it might be the adrenaline push where you're like, oh, let's go, you know, skating or bowling or whatever with this other friend and her husband, or the husband and the wife. And maybe the husband is to himself, or the wife might not like being out like that, and it can help them do activities together.
Yeah, or it could be one of those situations where you and your wife, you haven't been on the same track, or you haven't been on the same page. And it's one of those nights where you go out and you like, you know what? I'm kind of glad we went out tonight.
Yeah.
It kind of made us back on spot. You know, it kind of brought us that closeness, that intimacy that we've been missing, because we've been so.
Especially when you come with us, because I call you out. Listen, especially the wives, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to be like, girl, you better dance with your husband. You better grab on him. And, you know, somebody's be like, nah. Like,
but especially when you've been caught up in like the daily lives of just work and, you know, the hustle and grind, you know, and you miss that time and you like, you know what? It was good that we got to go out and spend that time, because you've been working, doing your motherly thing. I've been doing the fatherly thing. And we really haven't had that closeness and that intimacy to really get together. And then the last thing
but it shouldn't be always.
No.
I think personally, if we do this and it is great and it's bringing us together, I think you also got to be careful that that's the only hope you're having.
No.
That, you know, one or the other or both don't think and forget, like, let's do a one-on-one date.
Oh yeah.
Let's not forget that.
Well, and that's
some couples might not be comfortable with that.
And see, that's the point right there. When you get to that point where you say, you know what, we haven't been on track, and you know, this was good for us to go out. That right there inspires you to have that date night now with your spouse. You know what I mean? By one-on-one or
and
something.
Maybe discuss boundaries, because if you are inspired, and if it's a rough patch, like you said, maybe they're maybe had a rough day, or, you know, whatever, you got into argument, whatever. I'm not saying just because, and this is the thing I want to say, just because you're arguing for like the day or a moment or whatever, it doesn't mean it's like, oh, it's a rough patch and a journey and this. No, like me and Brandon just argued yesterday, and, you know, we discussed it, we apologized and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, arguments, honestly, I've even read about this. Arguments are healthy, you know? Arguments are healthy in marriage as long as it's not toxic and aggressive and, you know, physical, nothing like that. But I mean arguments in the sense of, let's communicate about something. Let's, you know, why did we get angry? Why did we get upset? That actually would be a good topic now that I think about it. And how can we build better communication, discuss more things? So maybe building that boundary where it's like, man, we had a great time with that couple. Let's do it together. But maybe you should discuss boundaries, like, you know, what type of activities, or maybe the one-on-one dinner might not be good for you at the moment because it might bring up a bad argument, or might, you know, so just kind of coming together, right?
And then I'll say another thing.
I wish I knew. My friend wants to know how to put it live public. I don't know. I didn't know you could. Maybe it's under settings on Facebook. Okay, I'll check next time.
And another thing is, you can learn from actually seasoned couples, you know, couples that's been married for years, by just going out with them on a date.
That's on a positive note.
Yeah, on a positive note, you can learn from, you know, couples that are pretty seasoned, that's been married several years and stuff like that. And that can be just one of those things that well, that couple might just open up to you. That's how it's been working for them. You know what I mean? Over the years,
Or
when
you can ask, that we do. We be like, y'all been together 40-something years. What's you know me?
what
What's the
keeps it
secret? What
going?
keep,
Yeah,
you know?
and most of the time it's communication, but then it's also that time that you can learn from a seasoned couple about different trials and tribulation that your
Mhm.
relationship might go through. If somebody might have some type of health issue, how are you able to, still sustain to the love, the care, the intimacy, during a health issue problem or something that they're going through? And you can learn from that situation and learn how to cope with that. Because,
That's good.
like you said, you're there for sickness and health to death do us part, right? So you want to learn these things from other couples when
Just don't put it to session therapy.
yeah, don't put it
Because then
through.
you're gonna push the other people away. They might be like, man, I'm not trying to go out with Jen and Brendan again. They want to sit and ask us 50 questions. Can we just hang out? Like your friends want to be friends.
Yeah, and allow them to
know.
open up.
Now, if it is like, if you pre-discussed, like, hey, let's do like a dinner and we're gonna kind of go over some, trials and tribulations, and at least they're kind of aware, kind of like how we had a lunch with our old marriage group,
Mhm.
marriage leaders. They knew we were going just one-on-one to talk about marriage things, so they kind of knew. It wasn't like we blindsided them with 199 questions.
Right.
So I think that's the good part, and just having fun.
Yeah, and so if you're in a marriage group or you got a marriage counselor and you're in that type of group, it's nothing wrong with having that, that future date, double date to
Mhm.
see how are y'all doing. You know what I mean? Because they also, as mentors and leaders, they want to check on you and make sure, because that's how they keep you, what they say, accountability partner, right?
And apply what the people help you with too.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things, like, if you're getting mentored, or you have a good friend that, you guys hang out and they're helping or whatever the case may be, make sure if you're, let's say the husband tells, you,
Mhm.
hey, maybe listening to a certain situation with your spouse can help. Do what they're trying to tell you. Don't be so stubborn or so difficult or hard that you're like, oh, okay. And then, a month later, the same thing is repeated. And your friend is like, did we mentioned this last time at dinner, or like whatever, like what's, because after all, because I think this happened to both of us, like even on the other aspect of it, like we're like, wait, we told them this like 4 times.
So this is the thing.
Like, can you do it?
So you don't want to be repetitious over, the same topic every time y'all go out, So, those were the good, positive things
Mhm.
about going out on double date and learning about other couples and learning
And it's healthy to have friends that are
and learning
married.
to grow, right?
Yeah.
But to me, to each his own, like I said, those are good things. Now, if you come across 2 or 3 couples that are like that, that's a great thing. That's good.
And what's yours, Brandon? Let's hear you out, because they heard me out and a somewhat us out. But what's you? Because I know you are something. And the funny thing is, guys, when he answers this, I have something to say in regard to his answer, because he's just such a loving person. So what is your answer? What do you think?
What am I for the double dating, or am I down for the double dating?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Me, I'm gonna go thumbs down on double dating. That's just me, my personal opinion. And the reason why,
Be real, y'all, like it's pulling teeth in a struggle, because I get always pulled into it. I guess people know not to talk to him or ask him, or I don't know, but I'll get the message like, hey Jen, do y'all want to, go to the game or do this or do that? And I'm like, let me talk to B, because
maybe it's because of certain experiences I've encountered. But to me, the first thing I put down my points that I feel is, one, no, because it turns into a competition sometimes. And I'm not going to compete with the next couple. You know what I mean? We do what we do. they do what they do.
But I think that also goes back to where the couples are at. Because
Yeah.
I was like this, remember, when we were not in a good place. Now we're on a different journey, we're in a different process, in a different stage in our marriage. I don't think I've done it recently. Like if we've done a double date, even if it's your brother or if it's a close friend of ours, I don't think I've done that much at all. I don't remember it from like I used to.
Well, I don't think that it's to the point where she's like, oh, you see how he kisses her after dinner, or you see how he does this, or he's rubbing her arm, or and you see how close it's not like that. So the one thing is I don't like it because if that couple's not in that same space in that you are in, now it turns into a competition, and that's creating riffraff. Another reason I don't like it is
But it could go both ways, not like just us.
Right.
Because it depends on, because we could be fine and dandy, but maybe they're fine too, but maybe that day they got into a big argument. And then we don't know. And it's like,
Yeah, and if you in that big vibe like that and you have that
don't do a double date.
Don't do a double date, right?
Especially if oh man, we're going with Jen. She, tongue Brandon out every 3 minutes, and I can't stand my husband for the day. Maybe you might need to tell me like, hey girl, let's just catch a rain check, because I'm not trying to see you be tongue and be all the time.
We don't tongue.
I know we don't. I'm just exaggerating.
Yeah,
but still affectionate, right? Maybe they're not there and they don't want to see that. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. But I don't tongue like that because I don't want people to look at me like when I'm tonguing. It's like really personal with my wife. Honestly.
Really personal.
Yeah. So
barely get it when we're in the room.
Right. So
so deep. He makes it so secretive, y'all. Like no one's here. Like it's okay.
The next thing is you don't know where people are at in their relationship. You get what I'm saying?
No, this goes back to what my cousin's saying though. Like my cousin said, it should be with people that you're in a positive stage, which I'm assuming, I would think, like my cousin said, if they're in a good space, like you should know this. But it shouldn't be like a random, and I get what you're saying. And it might be somebody, from back in the day you might link up with, and y'all not really close, but you guys were cool. And now you're like, oh snap, they about to like divorce and we didn't even know this. Well, so that's why you gotta kind of, set the tone.
Okay, so let me tell you this, Jen. This is where Jen is not understanding this situation right here.
Please,
so I
explain.
have to break it down.
Let's go,
to it, right?
My neck is hurting.
First of all, I always say first of all, if you don't know where they at in their relationship, it's because for one, either one or two person hasn't met the other person. Like the two dudes haven't met each other. And it's like,
are you talking about a whole nother scenario? The girl, the wife should know, and the husband, like I should know. So if it's my girlfriend, say Jen, let's meet up at for dinner with the husbands, right? I know I should know where they're at. So then I should already analyze, and I should already let you know, hey, so and so wants to go to dinner, but they're kind of like going through some things. I don't really, I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't just be blindsided, like just because that's my girl and she want to do husbands meetup, but I don't know what's going on with them. Because this happened to us. I know like years ago, but we never really knew about these marriages, and then we got caught up on like a crazy scenario.
This is the problem right there with that situation. First of all, you gotta understand, me and the dude gotta be vibing like that. You know what I mean? Y'all can't just say, all right, we're gonna meet y'all up, and I don't even vibe.
How do you meet the husband without?
See, this is where I was headed. I'm glad she asked me.
So how does that happen? Because now you're saying it has to be only mutual friends.
Yes, it does really in a sense, because this is the thing, right?
No randoms, or if you do hang randoms and keep expectations low.
Right.
Have fun in the moment.
Have fun in the moment. Yeah. So
not do dinner with that couple, but maybe something.
Correct. She came right with that. And so this is what happens, right?
So that's what I did that years
You're
ago.
Not gonna put me in the room with somebody.
Brenda was like, never again. I don't know the dude. He wasn't even cool. No, we're not doing
that. We need to talk the same subject. I'm like, you watch sports? No, I don't watch sports. What we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
That was at the beginning of our marriage.
But listen,
it was one of my friends.
So this is one of them things where you and your spouse done been to a couple of cookouts, and then you done hung around with buddy, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh yeah, my name is Brandon. No, it's not gonna be that, right? No,
or like my cousin said, it could be like an outing, like a bowling scenario where it's not that much combo.
Yeah.
Where you can kind of meet the person.
Yeah. See, it should be something like that, more of an outing. But you're not gonna put me with some just random dude like that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have some type of, we done mingled and talked a couple things, maybe, threw down a couple beers together, you know what I'm saying, or something, something in that sense, right? So that's why, you don't know where they're at in their relationship, and you don't know where people are at in their relationship. The other thing is, you don't want to come across no awkward experience, no awkward moment, and certain things can be awkward to you.
What is awkward to you, Brandon?
So certain things can be awkward to you, far as, the way that person might talk to their spouse.
Yeah, we talked about it.
You know what I mean? That might be awkward to you, the way, and you like, whoa, okay. And the way she might talk to him, you know what I'm saying? And that might be the way they communicate, but that might be awkward. And that's why I don't
I think you're talking more, and I don't think, I get what you're saying, that they might communicate that way, but I think you're also meaning more like disrespect wise.
Both ways. I mean, both ways, because you like, oh, dang, that's how they talk. Okay, because my wife, she's very, sexual. She could be saying some nasty stuff in the slick tone.
I think everyone knows that.
They're like, okay, now she done said a few nasty slick comments. Like, is she gonna keep going with this all night? You know what I'm saying? They might be like that. That's an awkward thing, or
that's funny though, but it is true.
Right. So, or it might be a disrespectful type of awkwardness that you're not trying to deal with,
That's good.
So that's why I go with it. What I said, I told you to lead to the comparing what you're not doing and what they are doing. I don't like that. Another thing is, this is another thing she don't know about this one. I added in there, right? This one is, you might be in a different financial economic bracket than the spouse that you're going out with, or they might spend different than you spend.
I don't mess with those couples.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I had to tell Brandon, we had
so you might have a different way that you spend your money and the way you like to splurge your money, and they might have a certain way that they like. They might like to get expensive stuff or go to an expensive place, and you might like the finer things too, but at times you're like, that's not where we at right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'd be telling Brandon, like, listen, that same $200 we about to go spend tonight, we could book a trip.
Yeah, see.
And that's and it's okay, but like he says, it's different preferences. And I do have some couple friends, some married friends, that they understand that. They'd be like, oh girl, let's book that family couples trip. And we could just, kick it at, Chick-fil-A or something.
But we do have that couple that say, hey, we like to spend $300-400 on dinner tonight.
And not care about travel for the whole year.
No, they won't say not care about travel for the whole year, but that's just what they like to do. They like to spend that much money on dinners. And you look at like, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you got it, you got it. But still, $300, that's grocery, for people, around.
I just think it's also, like you said, how couples manage it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I tell you all the time, even when we do start making 10, 20, 30,000 a month, because that's what's going to happen. That's, it's called manifesting your life, right? And even for you guys on there, even if it's 5,000 a month or 4,000, whatever it is, even for me personally, even when I get there, I'm still going to be very cautious. Yes, we're going to do a nice restaurant. Yeah, of course.
But it might be special occasions and stuff like that.
Yeah, for us, we're more budget friendly managing, because for me and Brandon, our priorities is a lot more on travel with each other versus a couple dinners a week together.
But see, the thing about us traveling, it's not just about us traveling and enjoying that. It's also about traveling, going to these different places, and also rewarding people that might not be fortunate enough to have that type of money or
Yeah.
fortunate enough to eat like we eat, you know. Even when we went to DR, we was at an all-inclusive, but we still was tipping people. You get what I'm saying? Some people go to all-inclusive and they're like, hey, it's already paid for. I ain't got to tip nobody.
Right.
You know, hey, everything is done. You know, the
Yeah, and
bartender.
then so it goes back to your preference. So are we gonna do, $200 2-3 times a week for restaurants, or maybe once a week and then save the 400 to 600 in a different account when you can go to these countries and give back to this type of level, so that's kind of like an our preference. Everyone's different, but I don't like hanging around the other people, the other couples that do that other preference. And it's okay. I'm not saying we don't not hang out with them, but we minimize it. Like we
Right.
know, okay, couple A, this is where they're at, and this is what we know they're gonna
Yeah.
decide. We're not right there for today.
Yeah.
I tell because Brandon's like, oh, let's go here. Simmer down. Like we're not there for today. We can be maybe there and celebrate in a couple months or maybe another time. But right now, we have our goals and focus on a different shift, and it's okay. You can tell them no.
And sometimes you might come across that couple that their kids already graduated from high school. They got that extra money. They ain't got nobody in the house. You know what I'm saying? They like,
Or
hey,
they like to,
what are we gonna do with this
or
money
they,
that we
or
got?
they like to date more,
Yeah.
not that they like it, but they can.
Yeah.
They can go to date every night because their kids are in college
Yeah.
or married or whatever. Meanwhile, we're still raising little ones in school or having another one.
Yeah.
So the date nights might not always be as easy.
Easy or long. They might be like, hey, we about to hang out another hour. Y'all want to go to this after hour spot? We like, no, we gotta go pick up these kids.
Exactly. We gotta get them because they're about to go crazy.
Yeah, right. So those are different things, and I know you should have those situations. Those are the the things why I am a no double dating guy. But at times I don't mind doing it. It's just
And he has a good time, especially like if it's mutual friends that we're on similar pages,
Yeah.
similar goals, similar aspirations, similar beliefs and religious, growth. We do, especially because we're very well aligned and we have a good time. Like he has a good time, I have a good time. I tell him a lot, like, yo, I'm from Connecticut, like we're always in people's houses, we're always hanging out, like you're so weird. It's not even about double dating. It's about just hanging out with some friends.
And like I said, it's a really just real good conversation, right? When you do double date. So I'm not gonna down it, but I'm just not like.
And maybe not look at it as
we gotta
as a
get
big deal, like, oh, it's a double date. No, it's our friends.
Yeah, we got that's what one thing I want to get in there. Like we really got to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
So in other words, Brandon hangs out with like the same two married guys. That's it.
No,
because he's at a level of, and I think it's a guy thing. I do think it's a guy comfort thing too. Because one of the same friend that he hangs with, the wife tells me too that the husband is always just Brandon, and because it's a comfort, is they got that alignment, they got that brother bond or friendly bond or whatever they got.
We really gotta have some things in common. That's one thing. We gotta have a few things in common. If you get with somebody you go on double date and you don't got nothing in common, and it's not like the thing with the double date is where I'm talking to the husband the whole time and she talking to the wife the whole time.
Yeah, he don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta be intertwined in the conversation. Everybody gotta be involved. He
likes like a whole affair thing, and I'm like, okay. Like sometimes I gotta get the wife like, girl, let's go over here, because Brandon he be entertaining, he be hosting, and I'm like, okay, so let them talk. Because sometimes us wives, we know we want the guys to talk because they barely talk.
Yeah,
they're so weird. Like, and it's like, yo, I know y'all want to talk about this, and it's not just sports. I don't like that. I can't stand. I tell Brandon, like, if you can only discuss sports with somebody, you don't have nothing going on together. You don't. I don't care if it's the neighbor, the dad, the brother, the cousin. No. Like, what else can we discuss?
We can discuss sports, But I know how to
No,
jump.
but what else? I'm talking, no, I'm talking about
I know how to
that
jump
all the
different.
time, like the
Nah.
whole conversation in sports. I'm like, okay, babe, like, can we discuss
Yeah,
something else? Like,
she will say, can we switch it up? I ain't gonna lie.
but for you don't, with the, you haven't done that.
Yeah.
Because you're with friends that are more into the goals, the jobs, the aspiration, the
we
family
talk about
life,
family life,
God
investments.
and money. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But anyways, we shall see. Brandon is silly.
all right.
If Brandon could stay to himself in the back hole, he would do that, guys. And I think it's a guy thing because us wives, we love hanging out together and talk, especially talking about the husband. We'd be like, okay,
I think that's why I got 3 boys, because I know probably I'm just gonna be hanging with them majority of the time. They be like, Dad, why? When they get older, they're like, Dad is always hanging with us.
Yeah, and exactly, he's gonna be like, go over there with
like, nah, y'all my boys, man.
Go over there with mom and her friends. He's gonna be like, he gonna be that old man, be like, mommy want me to hang out with that other guy, Tom over there. I don't want to hang out with him. What he got going on? What he got going on?
I got 3 boys to hang out with now.
Yeah. So. But anyway, so listen, this was great. It was right almost on time to the 47 minute, and y'all know tonight we started late, so it's already past our best 10:36. I should be in bed. Okay, I'm tired. We still got a meeting to have tonight.
I know. I don't know about it though.
No, we have to because it's not good. So we still, we've been waiting long for this meeting.
See how the wife said it's not good. We gotta have that meeting.
Yes, we do. The meeting has been
whether it's 5 to 10 minutes, we gotta have that meeting.
Yep, especially since I've had it on my mind all day. So you know how it is, ladies. But listen, thank y'all for chiming on. Thank y'all for chiming on. I hope this worked out great with Zoom and YouTube streaming at the same time. We shall see afterwards. Share, like, subscribe. We're on YouTube, Barker Family Worldwide, right? And for next week, because it's the last week of the month, we should have a guest on, right?
Correct.
Why are you looking at me like that? You looking at me like you sleepy.
No, I gave you the surprise look like.
Well, we discussed this.
We did discuss it.
You just didn't remember. Yeah. So hopefully for next week, since it's the last week of January, already month 1 down for the year. So what have you accomplished? What have you not? What have you still been doing since the 1st of January? That's the question, right? Right.
Yes.
So for next week, we should have an amazing couple on. We are doing it new this year. We're doing it different, and we are growing. We're, just expanding our network, our markets, our friends. But this first couple that we're gonna have on here for the year, that I believe is gonna work out. They're amazing. You guys have seen him on our chats before. He's put plenty of comments. We met them, or we met him. We met them together, actually. Yes. We met them together on Vacation International. And ever since then, it's been several years. We've been doing businesses together, partners, friends. It's been great. And I'm gonna let them tell the story because it's very interesting how they met and their whole background and culture and stuff like that. And just a few questions on, I believe, so you guys can know, so you guys can get excited. We're going to talk about marriage and business, marriage and entrepreneurship, marriage and parenting, which is going to be really good. And if he's watching tonight or replay, he's going to not just find out that it's what he's talking about because I haven't told him his actual situation. But we're excited. So chime on for next week. It might be next Monday. I'm going to talk to them and see what's good because we have until Tuesday to kind of get it going. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for, getting on. Thank you for listening. Let's hope our Zoom worked out great and our YouTube. And that's it. Can you want to pray?
All right. Yeah, we can pray out. All right, guys. So thank y'all again for tuning in. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and pray out. So let's bow our heads.
What did you say? What you're grateful for?
I'm grateful for my beautiful baby on the way.
Oh, they was gonna say me.
You too.
Not me. Okay.
The woman that's carrying.
I got you. Whatever. I'm grateful. Wait, babe, hold on. Can I say what I'm grateful for? You ready to dive in, huh?
Hey, you know how you gotta get ready.
I'm just grateful that we got the Zoom together and YouTube and all this greatness. So I'm grateful.
All right. Spirit of the
So
living.
go ahead.
You got something else you want to say? All right, 'cause I'm about to
Go.
let you pray.
Go. I'm just messing with you.
You got any prayer requests before I go? You know what I mean? What's up? Let me know. Right?
Well, I'm glad we matched. Anyways, go ahead.
All right. Spirit of the living God. Let me pray for my wife right now because she is so silly and happy. I love her though. Thank you for just bringing this platform to the forefront. Talking about just dating, how is that helping? How is that hurting relationships? And we just wanted to just point out just different comparison to how double dating can help and how it can hurt your marriage. We just hope people got great value from this conversation and that this is a conversation that you can have with your spouse to just break the ice on how do you really feel about it and letting your partner know how you feel about double dating. And if double dating is not in your ring or nothing that you're doing, anything that you're doing, maybe it's something you can probably open up to because that's something that maybe your spouse like and they want you to just try it. It's something you can try and it's no harm in trying things and just learning through your experience. But I just want to thank God for just blessing us with this platform and giving us this information to talk to other couples about. And I hope you got great value. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen, amen, amen. And for success and prosperous marriages.
So guys, again, tune in. And I know a lot of you guys, y'all, I see a lot of y'all laters coming in late, but
y'all laters.
Yeah.
Come check us out.
But it's good.
Check
It's all good.
live.
We'll see y'all on what day we gonna see them on, Jen?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? So we'll see y'all Wednesday. I hope y'all have a blessed
Women
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
And Wednesday. We'll see y'all then. All right.
Bye.
Same time. Peace. Love y'all. Out. Oh, don't forget to follow us on Marriage Porn Instagram.
He trying to say, y'all.
P.O.R.N. Pure, open, renew, and navigate. All right. Thank y'all again.